Good morning. It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Yay! I was sitting here and I realized that I was a little bit procrastinating. Yesterday was a very productive day. I got a lot done on the internet. I think I watched like 30 videos about my webpage platform. I got some things changed on my webpage. In January, I'm going to start doing a new thing. I got some flyers made, and it was just really busy. And so I've been going to bed a little bit later than I should the last couple days, and I woke up a little later than I normally do, and I've been kind of sluggish. And so when I sat down to do daily devotional today, this is the card that came up, which I can't help but to giggle about. She rests to create. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. I love the heart on that. So this is what I wrote. Your energy is a precious resource. There are many ways of being that can replenish and amplify you. Shifting and learning to be present and rest will help your external pursuits. Trust in the value of what comes from rest, both body and mind. You are always given enough energy for your blueprint and the visions held within your heart. But you must have the appropriate rest and restoration that comes from rest. The intersection of rest and exceptional, extraordinary creative power is repeated in numerous traditions around the world. It is repeated in the lives of inspired innovators in all fields of science, creativity, and medicine. It may seem that rest is the last thing you have time for because there's so much to do, and I am 100% guilty of this. Yet the conscious and unconscious connection we all have with the divine means that deep rest allows us to closely connect with those divine creative genius. Taking time for renewal and stillness will allow us to work smarter rather than harder. Our lives are not separate from the spiritual. We have divine presence in everything we do. You do not need to orchestrate every single detail of your life to, quote unquote, be more spiritual. All you need to do is relax into the faith that the divine has a purpose and is in your life in each and every moment. For that place of awareness, you need rest with peace and connection. Progress in your path comes from considered places of silence and awareness through rest. Good rest of body, mind, and spirit leads to more productive time, being active and amplifying your energy towards your purpose in life. And it is so vital to have rest. And rest, as I yawn, rest does not mean necessarily going to bed. Rest can be stillness in silence. It can be resting and letting your mind wander all over the place. It can be breathing exercises. It can be gentle movement that then you sit with that. Rest is multifaceted. Sometimes when I get just way overwhelmed, I rest where I sit quietly and let my brain just kind of run amok wherever it's going to go. I don't control it. I don't try to guide it. I'll breathe and let my mind go where it wants to. Sometimes rest is closing your eyes and laying down, and just letting your body relax into. Take a couple really good breaths. Focus on your muscle systems relaxing. I think it's funny that I keep yawning. But rest is also sleep, and some people need less and some people need more sleep. I am definitely someone that when I'm on a schedule, I sleep probably, according to my Aura ring, I'm sleeping between 8.5 and 9 hours. When I am really busy and things are back to back, I need more rest. But if things are at a steady pace, I need more like 6.5 to 7.5 hours. So it's really interesting that I've had this Aura ring since June, and I've watched how it really definitely, like, the more I do, the more I need rest. The less I do, or the more even paced my days are, the less rest I need. Wow. I didn't realize that was a tongue tire. But your energy is precious because your physical body, right, is your, for lack of a better term, it's your altar. It's your sacred place in this manifestation, and it's the only one you get in this life. We can have the old argument about how many lives you live and all the different manifestations, but this is the body you get for this life, so you need to take care of it. And I am 100% guilty of not always taking care of my body and putting things in it doesn't need, like alcohol. Probably should not nearly have drank as much as I did when I was younger. But, junk food, sugar, whatever, right? So your body needs to be treated as your sacred temple. And if you can think of it that way, that helps with so many things. It doesn't make food cravings go away. It doesn't make bad habits go away, but it does help when you can reframe. So rest, right, is part of taking care of your physical body. Your brain has to have a certain amount of rest for it to work properly. And when you go to sleep, your brain doesn't sleep, but it starts working in a different way. That's why you need REM. That's why you need the stages of sleep, so that your body can renew itself, your brain can renew itself, and your body can rest and build blood platelets and all the things that it needs to do. Your body can digest its food properly. It can use its resources properly, because then your body's not busy trying to move around and do all the other things that we do all day long. It can do the stuff it needs to do in the background. And there's a lot of physiological stuff that I could go into, but that's like more than for daily devotional. But there's a couple things that, to get good rest, you go to the bed at the same time every day. You disconnect maybe from the computer before you go to bed. Allow your body to start slowing down in the evenings. And then when you wake up in the morning, allow your body to wake up how it wakes up best. I am not a great get out of the bed first thing in the morning and be sunshine and cheerful. I'm not that person. I'm kind of a grumpy morning person. So I have to get up, feed the cat, make myself a cup of tea, kind of blearily wake up a little bit before I do anything. I do better when I've gone to bed at the same time every day. The last couple days I've gone to bed like 9-10 o'clock instead of 8-9 o'clock, which is better for me because I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And this morning I got up at 6, and I could definitely tell that I had gone to bed too late last night. And then it was the second day in a row that I've done that. So the other part of this is when you get enough rest, you can trust your intuition, you can trust your body, you can trust your senses better. And we are always connected to the divine. We are light entities, and we're always connected. You don't have to make it this whole to be more connected, because you already are connected. You just have to trust it. And part of learning how to trust that is making sure that you can discern all of the messages and signals from your physical body and from your spiritual body, your energy field around you. And if you are tired and putting inappropriate things in your body and you are not revitalized properly, it's really hard to trust those senses, all 5 plus more senses, when your body's depleted. And when your body's depleted, many times it's not just depleted of nutrients, but it's depleted of rest. Our modern world makes us think that we need to be 24-hour creatures. We are not 24-hour creatures. We are not we have to have at least, most people need 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Some people are a 9-hour sleeping people. And that's really, really important to know and pay attention to, and create the life you need with the amount of rest you need for your body and your life. If you're a 4-hour sleeper, great. Kudos, wonderful to you. If you're somebody who needs 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, then you need to make sure you structure your life properly to get that sleep. And trying to live a life where you're only sleeping 6, 7 hours is really harmful long term for your physical body and your mental health. I know something that my partner has struggled with is, for several years now, he's been going to work. He's been getting up at 3 o'clock a.m., 3:30 a.m., going to work by 4 a.m., and not going to bed till 8 p.m. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's maybe 7.5 hours sleep if he goes to bed on time, doesn't stay up till 8:30, and gets up at 3:30. I am so innumerably happy and excited that his schedule has finally changed where he's not getting up until 4:30. So he gets that extra hour because, he does a lot of weightlifting and he does a lot of exercise, high intensity exercise. He's a CrossFit coach. And when you go years without the right amount of sleep, he's had a lot of frustration about his workout progress and his physical body progress and his goals. And I will tell you, if you don't have enough rest, you can do all the workouts and all the body work in the world you want, but your body starts to not be able to accomplish your goals because it's tired. And it's interesting that we had a vacation and he had a holiday weekend and he's taken some extra time off, so he's getting this extra rest, and he's got a competition coming up, and he's been able to PR in some things recently because he's gotten rest. He's had more rest in the last 4 months since I left the hotel, since I've rerouted my life, and I've been able to help pick up some things. He's been able to get more rest, which means he's making his PRs because his body is getting the rest it needs. It matters, guys. It just matters. So I create better when I rest. You can get better physical results from workouts when you rest. Mentally, mental health wise, you do better when you rest. It's just one of those cornerstones. So I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow in prayer. Blessed be.